Alright, you two, man, let's go. It's gonna be one of those most unadulterated, raw.
They said another gave you niggas money!
Sports talk shows you ever gonna find out here. So, we're gonna start this off with some pretty hot topics of the week and give you some real good, different type of commentating or analysis that you can find out here. So, we're gonna start this off with the Manti-Te'o saga.
You calling me a liar? Is that what you calling me?
All right. For those of you who don't know about the situation or the story itself, the hoax, as it's thrown out there.
Does he look like a
Manti-Te'o, young college athlete, senior at Notre Dame, was involved or allegedly, put in a hoax situation. In the way
The catfish?
Catfish, fried fish, dogfish, redfish, bluefish, whatever you want to call it.
So black
black and catfish. He had a girlfriend.
A what?
A girlfriend. The man was in love, and he was really hurt by the situation.
Wait, did he know her?
No, he
ever
knew
see her?
No,
How long were they dating?
I believe they were dating for over a year.
This was the online situation, right?
Online situation, okay.
2 years?
Yes.
Come on, man. I can't wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's definitely a come on, man. Okay? So there was never no physical interaction.
2 years,
and the two times they were supposed to meet, she stood him up.
There was
Calling me a liar? Is that what you calling me?
who wound up being the guy that's the perpetrator of the whole situation.
Right.
Chewy Asasopi.
And maybe we're old school. We understand that there's online dating for those of you, no offense if that's what you do, that's what you do. But at least
2 years? Come on, man.
The point is to
2 years.
The point is to at least meet up once, so there can be some type of physical. I understand there's maybe long distance relationships, but in today's world, you have Twitter, you have Skype, you have some avenue of seeing the person. Okay, and then if you want to go into the Twitter account, he said, I love you. They spoke on the phone, but they never itself really physically met. They never connected. They weren't as close as I am to him. They never saw each other. The sad part about it, in all seriousness, his grandmother did pass away, and he heard some bad news also that his girlfriend had died the same day.
Leukemia.
So
6 hours later.
Think about this. In all seriousness, if you were in this situation, it would be sad to say and to hear this. In essence, when it comes down to it, people put it. It was a practical joke, but to go along for this long, I mean, think about the person playing the practical joke. I couldn't do it without laughing on the phone for so long.
But they said the guy. They say the guy is seeking help. The guy
Does he look like a bitch?
Must be a girl inside because they were having hundreds of hours of conversations. It's been reported.
Yeah, hundreds of hours. The texts prove it. The emails prove it. If you want to go into the phone records. So yes, I mean,
Y'all tell
he
anybody
was
I'll kill you!
duped in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better just to say, what? Hey, I got played. It's happened to all of us before. Move on. The big thing that the question is the draft is coming up. He's projected to be a top 10 player.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the national championship game, which I'm sure his mind was elsewhere, obviously, but I don't know. He'll probably go top 20. I don't think it affected him.
Now, do you put him to be the leader of your team?
I don't know what type of person he is, man to man. I'd have to look him in his eye.
So are you saying he's being on a team that with leaders already?
Look,
or?
I would want him on my squad. You see my squad. So
but if he's in your squad,
but not as the sole leader.
Okay, but if he's a top 20, the more likely he's going to go to a bad team.
Yeah.
So that means he is going to be your leader. He plays middle linebacker. The middle linebacker is the leader.
So what you say? He's going to drop? You wouldn't draft him in the first round?
You can't say no.
No, because if I'm drafting them that second round, yes. First round, no, not with that high pick, not with the money. I know the rookie.
All because he went for this hoax.
it just seems like he has some type of issues that are deeper that we still don't figure out. With today's NFL and sports in general, I can't put him to be a leader of men, as they say.
Well,
I'm sorry, not grown men.
We're gonna switch it up and gonna go to this next topic. You know, I don't really like to have to resort to topics like this, but this one is very important to me and has been very disturbing for a long time. It needs to be addressed repeatedly until there's a solution. I mean, it's 2013. I mean, in all honesty, 2013, black president, black president, two-term black president, by the way, and we still got, you know, diversity problems in college sports, in particular college football. I was reading this report that was put out the other day, man, from the BCA. That's the black coaches and administrators. They reviewed the college football coaching landscape, and the report that they put out showed that college football at the time when they put this out in 2003 was operating at a pre-civil rights era level. You know, college football, Momo, has been played for well over 100 plus years. Man, they say like 140, but 61% of black coaches ever hired have happened within the last 9 years. Let me say that again. 61% of the black coaches in all of college football ever have just been hired within the last 9 years. That was only after this report was put out. I don't know if it was because of the report was put out, the irony, whatever. I mean, that's the for real WTF moment, if there ever really was one. I don't understand it personally. I mean, there's only been one coach, Tyrone Willingham, that's even been rehired from losing a job. Now, has there been progress? I guess. I mean, there were 3 black coaches as of 2003. There's 16 now. So yeah, I guess you could say there's been some progress. But as long as the college football landscape remains at a 65 to 35% player split, black-white, I don't see how much progress really has been made. I mean, it's embarrassing, you know. I mean, quite frankly, fracking ridiculous.
Now, do you think it's based on, you know, some of these schools just holding on to coaches, you know, with the turnover?
Look, I don't know. Look, your man Lane Kiffin. Let's take him as an example.
Right. Okay.
So he's young, 30-something years old. He gets the Tennessee job. Right. Leaves them.
Does he look like a bitch?
Year?
Right. I mean, he'll never be in the unemployment
Leaves them
line.
after a year. Goes to the Oakland Raiders.
Right.
For a year,
right.
2 years, and then comes back into college football at USC.
Yes.
Come on, man. I don't know. Is there a conspiracy? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just don't seem like when you've got from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s and even now, college football is 60% black and has been since the 70s.
Right.
So you mean to tell me it hasn't trickled up yet?
And you were talking about Division I too, not
this is Division I.
Rambling, not.
Of course, we're not talking about historical black colleges.
Right. The ones that don't even have a football team. You know, Howard. Come on.
So I don't know, man. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's blatant racism in the college ranks. I know Ole Miss won't hire no black coaches.
And with college football, you know, the football is bigger than sometimes the university itself.
Penn State.
It's kind of hard to. You have an image that you want to portray, and a losing football team doesn't speak well for recruits. There's so much money now going in with TV deals, college itself. So you put a black coach in there, he fails the first 2 years.
Like in Colorado.
You know, then they'll, you know, he's out. The time period for him is, or the window itself.
It seems to be a lot smaller.
A lot smaller, in that sense. So.
Well, there's only been one that's been rehired.
It's a tough, you know, situation. So, you know, you'll see some as coordinators or, you know, they'll bring in, but never as far as, you know, the leadership role itself. You know, you'll have a defensive coordinator, offensive wide receivers, running back.
Now, do you think it's a defensive thing now? Because a lot of these newer coaches, for the most part, are offensive-minded versus your defensive-minded, like your Charlie Strong out of Louisville, former Florida defensive coordinator. Do you think it's that, or do you just think it's just a problem and they need to fix it?
I mean, it's a problem overall. Yes, more schools are going to a little bit more pro style and more spread, different things. But that in itself doesn't defend the fact that no one's capable of running in any type of offensive scheme. I mean, when a coach is a coach, you know the game, you don't, and anybody can adjust. Taking years off or to learn from it. No matter what age you are. You can still be, successful and take it. So I wouldn't use that as an excuse to say anything.
Well, that's good. Neither would I.
So, I mean, shit.
I'm glad you feel like that, because neither would I.
Right.
What's the next topic, homie?
Next topic, let's.
Oh yeah, we got this next cat. It's that boy. It's your boy, man. It's your boy Cornball Parker. It's your boy Cornball Parker, dog. Come on, man. All right, so anyone who's out
Do we
there,
really have to discuss this guy, man? I mean,
I just want to hit him for a minute. I know it's kind of old news, but I always wanted to talk about the situation with this cat because I just don't understand why he felt the need to do what he did as a respected journalist.
right.
That's what he considers himself.
No way, no how.
Rob Parker.
Does he look like a
So
bitch?
Rob Parker, in December, you all know on First Take and ESPN, kind of called out Robert Griffin III as a cornball brother. Basically saying,
And for those of you who don't understand what that means, it's he's not down with the cause. He's kind of corny, or he's not black. That he's black.
Do you speak it?
Look. I don't know Robert Griffin III.
And neither does
Your boy Rob Parker.
Yeah.
Because he said
Bob
he didn't know.
Parker. Yeah.
Bob Parker.
Bob Parker.
Bob Parker don't know Robert Griffin III. He said that himself.
Right.
He says, I don't really know the dude. I haven't met him. But this is just what I've been hearing. Well,
Get the fuck out my face with that shit.
why would you make such an
Right.
intelligent conversation piece?
And what you've been hearing, you don't hear the people that are saying the things come out.
What's the purpose of it?
I don't remember asking you a goddamn
Are you
thing.
hating? I don't understand. I mean, why don't you get to know the cat first?
Right.
See, you threw out, well, he's dating a white girl, or you heard that he may be Republican, or blah 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 blah. You heard. You didn't even you don't even take the time to do real journalism and get to know the cat.
You're not quoting any of your sources, where you heard it from, or anything.
You're just making it up. So why would you make an intelligent
This ain't none of your
assertion on
goddamn
ESPN? No wonder your man Stephen A was backtracking on you, because you didn't make sense. And that's the only reason why I wanted to talk about this.
Right. And he has ESPN has let him go.
Fired. Of course he was going to get fired.
First he was suspended, 30 days suspended. And that on his Twitter account, he kind of retracted on his comments, but not really. He's kind of stood by, freedom of speech. He felt like he was able to say what he wanted, or he was misinterpreted, or people were taking it too serious, or his words out of context. Fact of the matter is, like you said, you don't know him. You learned that from a child. You have nothing nice to say. Don't say anything at all. You're nothing at all.
I'll slap the taste out of your mouth.
So come on.
Oh boy, come on, Rob. As you know what? When I heard the report, when I heard what I was at work, and when some people at work were telling me about it, and they said who it was, I said,
What is your
"You mean Cornball Parker himself?"
Right. I believe he's I believe
dog.
he's from Wisconsin. Yeah, come on.
Cornball calling somebody else cornball. Come on, Rob.
It's bad enough when you have the Rush Limbaughs. You have all these guys, quote, going against other races, ethnicities, but to have one of your own, you're supposed to be supportive. But would you rather have him out fulfilling the negative stereotypes of an African American male?
Bob Parker. Parker.
That's all I want to say. Right. We're gonna give you no much time. I'm through with your ass. Just like ESPN's through with you.
Parker.
You go find something else. We'll probably hear you on the radio or something else in a couple years, just trying to get your career back. And the best way, Robert Griffin Jr. responded to it. He laughed.
That would be the second.
Yeah, he laughed. 2.0. Yeah, he laughed, and it was like no response. I mean, I think it was funny, and then I think it was the best way to take the high road not to try to defend himself, not to even prove himself even more by saying, well, I am black because of this, my son's the, the best way is just take the high road. To laugh, it's comical, it's funny.
Don't lower yourself to someone like that's level, because
no.
That's
what we're gonna do with him,
Some shat. Some shat. That's a shat move, man. Come on, Bob.
Ah, Lord. I'm sorry, yeah. We think with you, don't let us get on you, Mister. No way, no how. That's what you're famous for saying, man. Nothing.
All right. We will get down to the reviews of the NFC and AFC championship games, and then we're going to do a little preview or prediction for the Super Bowl that's coming up in a week.
All right.
We're going to start with the NFC. What you think?
Well, surprise, surprise. We have the 49ers, in it, and they've played excellent football. The Kaepernick move was, it was a gutsy one. Most people wouldn't have gone that way.
The Redskins drafted him, by the way, last year.
Yeah, and he was supposed to be the quarterback. Actually, remember Alex Smith only signed a 1-year deal with the team. And
you think he's gone?
Oh yeah, he's gone. I mean, they're back to that itself. I got it. I put the fault on the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons. I want to say that they didn't even show up. They were pretenders throughout the whole year. Yes, their record said they were the best team.
Yeah.
Record, but this is a case where numbers.
Number 1 seed in the NFC.
Numbers do lie.
Are you saying they were overrated?
Yes, they were overrated. Rated.
You know what, man? I feel your pain on that one because I don't think no one feared the Falcons when it came to the playoffs. I don't know if you polled 100 people outside the Atlanta metro area or the state of Georgia.
Right.
Would they say they would go to the NFC Championship or represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? I'm sure more than half would say no.
Yeah.
No one feared the Falcons.
No.
They were up 17-0.
Yeah. When you have your kicker coming out and saying, "Well, we have been here before," and we're in these scenarios, that means that the game is always coming down to him, and you never want the game to be in the kicker's hand or foot per se. You never want. Why is he speaking for the team? You want the game. You only want his name to be known. Is if it's the end of the game in the Super Bowl, he's putting that one in. But I just remember time and time just catching the. All right, now we're going to switch to the Atlanta Falcons game, and Matty Ice has to bring them back and drive his team down over these ridiculous 90-yard catch to Julio Jones, and then they have to then kick a field goal. Exactly.
No one fears the Falcons.
No, and plus you want to look at the Falcons. They're going to have some troubles next year. With Asante Samuel's contract, cornerback Grimes. And then John Old Abraham is probably oldest father Abraham.
He's pretty hurt.
Just having that pass rush there, so
that's a lot of money too.
They're gonna have some issues.
So are they done getting this far, or are they gonna get better? They still have a young offense.
I still give them the 10, 12, 11
when I say it is over.
Win team.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But until they get some, some
better defensive
players, in there, or just some
they
nasty.
need to get tougher.
Tougher, yeah. Look at Seattle. They just played nasty.
Toughness does it. You got to be nasty out here in the NFL.
And running back. They're running it. Their running game was kind of Michael Turner's old. They have Rodgers in there, but
he's still a bowling ball, Turner.
Yeah, but he was gone for pretty much the whole game.
I think they were trying to explore the offensive pass game. Down the field, you got those two big receivers.
Right.
Someone's gonna lose some touches. You had a Hall of Fame tight end, Tony Gonzalez. Who's gonna be gone, probably 95%. He said.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's a bit of a problem.
I don't see him back again and again unless they get addressed to those issues at defense. But yes, they're still a good team. They're fun to watch. Good fantasy receivers have.
They can be pumped.
Yeah, exactly. But until they get some ATL thugs on the team, then they're gonna be in the same spot where they are. Yeah, I'm sorry. So.
All right. So we got the AFC, you got the Ravens, you got the Patriots. Look, man. I called it, you know.
And I didn't, and I was wrong. You know, I was wrong.
I got a coworker that's a huge Pats fan, and I told him that he was not going to be happy after that game. He didn't want to hear it. I'm not going to name any names, Paul.
You suck!
But,
right.
you know, he was stunned.
Yeah.
And I know he didn't want to see much more of that game, especially in the second half.
Well, in his defense, you got to look at it this way. You know, the Patriots.
That's the key word you use, defense. Right?
In his defense, the Patriots have played well in the postseason. Especially at home in Foxborough. I mean, who wouldn't have picked the Patriots? Yes, the Ray Lewis story was a good one to ride, but you know, the Patriots, they usually get it done at home in Foxborough, wintertime. The odds are, if you look at the numbers in that perspective, Tom Brady, most people would probably give it to them. And
yeah, but see, that's the problem with most people. They look at it by the numbers. They look at it on paper. See, when you talk about football,
it's all part of the plan.
Between the lines, okay. When it's played between the lines, there's a lot of physicality, especially with certain teams. Certain teams just bring physicality, and they match up very well against other teams.
Well,
the Ravens have always matched up well against Brady because he doesn't like to be.
That is true, but based on the way that they've been playing pretty much, I pretty much gave up on the Ravens. I thought
that's your own damn fault.
It is, and they're there now. So you know, Ravens fans out there, the few of you that are there, yes, you can come back and yeah, you got me. But yes, this is the way the Ravens.
They were my Super Bowl pick. And 2 years running, by the way.
I thought this matchup would have happened last year because I thought the Ravens were, you know, they made the switch too. You know, after firing Cam Cameron, they can, you know, thank the Redskins for that. And then they were just a pretty much new team. They won the game without even Ray Rice having an explosive day. Torrey Smith didn't have an explosive day. Basically, the Ravens, they scored in the red zone. Touchdowns. You know, they didn't rely on field goals. Almost every opportunity that they had to score a touchdown were in the red zone.
They shut the Patriots down in the second half.
Yeah, one touchdown in the first half, or did they score? Was it one touchdown the whole game?
13-7 at one point in the. Well, I think it was 13-7 at the half. It was 13-7.
It was, yes. Yeah. And that was with the timeout scenario where I don't know, he was doing his little Bruce Lee slide and
kick that he didn't get penalized for in the game, even though he got fined $10,000. We're talking about you, pretty boy Brady. That kick you did on Ed Reed, you could have hurt both you and Ed Reed.
But you want to know about somebody who was hitting? You got to give it to Bernard Parler.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he seems to have the Patriots.
Yeah,
I mean, he hates him. Like they did something to his mom. I know he's knocked Brady out before, and then Gronkowski last year
put out little Ridley.
Ridley. I mean, that was
rockabye.
Yeah,
rockabye.
Out.
LSU boy anyway, but he was put out. Fumble. They've been having. I'm telling you, like I said, they have Tom Brady in panties. Period. They all like I said.
Stop right there.
He don't like to get hit. They like to hit the quarterback. They know that the best way to get to any team is to pressure the quarterback, especially an immobile quarterback.
Exactly. That's how the previous two Super Bowls that they've lost to them just exactly how the Giants
push
did.
Them off the spot.
They stayed in their spots and pretty much got to the quarterback. And played, you know, when it was time to score, they scored touchdowns.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna do a little prediction preview.
Okay. All right. Well, with that said, I'm on the Ravens bandwagon. I'm not making a mistake again. Baltimore. I'm picking you. Okay. Don't let me down because now I'm on your side. So
I don't buy it, folks.
I have you guys winning it. Not only based, you showed me that you could go in and beat Tom Brady. You showed me that you could go in and also beat Peyton Manning and Denver away. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think you're gonna go down to.
Do you got a score?
I got 24-17 Baltimore. So yeah, that's my prediction, and I got the Ravens. No matter what, I have the Ravens winning the game.
I got a lower scoring game than that. I'm gonna go 17-14 Baltimore. I think it's gonna be won by a field goal. I don't think it's gonna be many points scored. No matter what, like you said, Baltimore's gonna win this the Super Bowl, second one for Ray Lewis on the way out. That's what I feel.
Yeah,
San Francisco is gonna be pretty good. I think if the Ravens can somehow keep Kaepernick from running.
Is that it?
Basically running wild, but definitely getting out the pocket and making things happen. then it's going to be a long day for the Ravens. But to me, that's the key. If they can keep Kaepernick in the pocket, strangely enough as it may sound, you don't want him running wild, because then that's when he extends plays. Second and long becomes third and shorts, or third and sevens become made first downs, and then your defense is tired, shot, and on the field for 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah, and then like I said, I think they'll just stick to their normal. Them playing against the Redskins in that game, they got to get to see the zone read option, so they've seen that type of particular offense before.
Well, I don't think they'll be out coached, even though they're brothers coaching against each other. I just think the total team effort for the. I mean, I like both franchises, strangely enough, but I just think the Ravens will get it done this time. Personally.
They have to. I mean, it done. You want to talk about windows? I mean, this opportunity with the unit they have right here, it's now.
It's now or never.
Now or never, yeah. So
now or never.
Even though Ed Reed said he's going to come back next year, Ray Lewis is the cornerstone to the defense, and
most definitely.
These other guys are Pro Bowl caliber players too, but as a unit itself, I think they all need all cylinders to be working at the same time. So, with that said, yes, we're both picking the Ravens.
Ravens win the Super Bowl, baby.
So
we're gonna see. Let's hope we're not both fools over
Sorry,
here.
we're the people in the West.
We can be wrong half the time in life.
Yeah.
Let's hope you other people know that. All right, so that's the Super Bowl prediction. Now we got this little segment we're gonna start to do from week to week about just a bunch of BS moments that happen, whether sports related or life related, mainly sports related. And we're gonna turn it over to the What the Mudder section.
Where do
Learn how to speak some Spanish. We're gonna figure that one out later on.
Yes.
All right, so go ahead, man.
First topic, What the Mudder section. You hear about this Wes Welker's wife?
Yeah, I heard about
it.
What the mudder?
Okay, how old are we now? Are we teenagers?
That's Ann Welker, by the way.
Yes. Are we teenagers? And she's going off and blasting Ray Lewis, talking about his character.
She basically said after the game, during the after the Ravens beat up on her teams, her husband's team. She basically said, if you're bored, you can look up Ray Lewis's Wikipedia page, and it'll show you that he's got 6 wives, or 6 kids, 4 wives. It doesn't matter what you're paid off a family. What a Hall of Fame role model he is. So she basically shat on him.
Get the fuck out my face.
Right after his team just destroyed her husband's team.
And that came out of nowhere. There was no beef.
And Welker.
That's a bit of a
grow up, woman. Once you got other things better to do, go knit some sweaters or something. Shit.
You got to keep your girl in check. I'm sorry, Welker. I know you're a free agent next year. I know you've been. I mean, that doesn't seem Patriot-like.
No.
As what the team tried to do. Last year was Tom Brady's wife.
Giselle, she was salty. Let her be.
I mean, sorry.
She was salty.
Yeah.
Guys couldn't catch passes last year.
Second, What the Mudder moment we're going to talk about is lefty Phil Mickelson.
Taxes.
Taxes.
He paid too much taxes.
You better pay your taxes.
You gonna move out of California? He tired of paying high taxes, so he gonna move out of California. Well, that's your own fault for living in California, man. That's how it is out there.
Yeah.
The state's broke. Been broke for 12, 15, 20 years. Phil Mickelson, you're a Californian, I believe. Come on, man. You know better than that. Get with the program. All right, man. That's it. That's the first show we got for you. We're gonna have many more. So
yes. Thank you guys for watching, spending your time with us. There'll be many more. Definitely not the last. Catch us out next week.
Follow up on that Raymo and Momo show, people.
And we out.